Hello and good morning. Thank you for joining us for our second speaker. We just had Aviva Allen on from the Healthy Moms Toronto group and also the Healthy Moms discount card. So now we are going to be having a really important conversation that many parents, especially the birthing person, may or may not know about, which is I'm going to pull it up right now, which is postpartum UTIs. Did you know that was a thing? I did not know that was a thing. So we are going to be joined by Derek and potentially Faraz. We will see, and they're going to be coming on live any minute now to join us as we talk about this really important topic. So we'll talk about what the stats are, what the findings are around this, and what Utiva has created to help support and really be the solution for postpartum UTIs with their natural line of products. So Utiva is going to be joining us. Yes, perfect. So they're going to be coming on with us any second now. Grab my balloon. Any second now, they're going to be joining us. All right. We are going to be joined by one of them very, very soon. And they're going to be joining us any second. And we're going to talk all about their entire company, where you can find them, and some big announcements with us at Healing Mama Co. and Utiva. And they are going to be joining us any second. Hi, thank you so much for joining us, Jen. We're going to be talking all about postpartum UTIs. Did you know that urinary tract infections occur in women who may or may not have ever had it before? And Utiva is unable to join. Okay, we're gonna try this. We're gonna try this one more time. All right, Derek, if you are online, can you click on my request to join? I just sent it to you. There you are.
Hey.
Great. I knew this was gonna work. We were gonna make it happen.
I had to get some help to find out where the live button was.
Well, you know what? You did it.
Yeah.
Welcome to social media and our first parent shower week. Woo!
Excited to be here. Thanks for having me, Rowena.
Thank you. All right. So there is quite a bit that I want to talk to you about because
Okay.
this world of UTIs is something that I'm very blessed to not have gone through personally, but I do now know that there are quite a few postpartum mothers who go through this. And I'm reading the information you sent me and I'm like, what is this information? Now this is one of those where I am today years old when I'm learning postpartum UTIs and how often it occurs. So before we go into all of that, I want you to share with us how you and your co-founder, is it Faraz? Is that how
Faraz, yes.
Faraz, okay.
Yes.
How you and Faraz came up with Utiva and your product line. So tell us this origin story. He's gonna come on. The internet is gonna be our friend today. And we're going to learn about how Utiva's product line and their story really started. Okay, Derek is any second. Beyond. All right, Derek, there you are. Okay, all right, Derek, do that one more time.
Sorry, I think our Wi-Fi is bad. I went off Wi-Fi, so I'm on data. It's all good.
Okay, we're going to do part two, take two.
Okay.
All right, so tell us how you guys came.
How we started it. Yeah, no, that's a great question. Both of us have had people close to us have UTIs in their past. And from my experience, my wife was traveling, and she's not really prone to UTIs, but she was traveling overseas and had a UTI and did not respond well to the antibiotics, developed an allergic reaction to it, ended up in the hospital on IV antibiotics because it traveled to the kidney. So it was one of your like typical cases where ideally if it was avoided in the first place, we could have could have avoided this whole debacle, and being overseas in a foreign country that didn't speak English made it even harder, right? So that was one of the moments that actually sparked our interest to understand like how can we help to prevent UTIs, and rely less on medication such as antibiotics. And for us, had a very similar story, but with his grandmother, who unfortunately, when he was a young age, his grandmother had passed away from a UTI that was an unidentified UTI that also led into a much further
Wow.
complication when he was young. So he can totally relate to the situations that UTIs can cause from a complication. And that's kind of what led us down
Right.
this channel to really look into it. And a lot of the background we have comes from working with medical industry professionals like urologists, OBGYNs, gynecologists in general, and just to really get their feedback on what would be accepted from a medical standpoint as well.
Right. Exactly. And so, how did you figure out that, cranberries, that's your magic ingredient?
Yeah, so cranberries have been known forever that they can help prevent UTIs, and it's just kind of
Yep.
like one of those old wives' tales that drink your cranberry juice or whatnot. But there's also a lot of evidence that says that cranberries don't work. It's a mixed match of evidence that say does it actually work or does it not work. And through all the research that we had done and working with all the professionals, we came to recognize that cranberries can work, but you have to be taking the active molecule from the cranberry. It's just like any natural supplement that's out there. There's a lot of brands out there. There's lots of products out there. And the question is, what is really in it? Because you can take a cranberry product that literally is ground up cranberry and you take it and you might as well just be eating a cranberry as well.
Yeah.
But they don't have enough of the active molecule in each one to actually make a difference for what we're trying to achieve in terms of preventing bacteria from sticking or even giving you a high dose of antioxidants. Um, so basically, we did a lot of research towards this one molecule and recognized that there are specific doses that make a big difference.
Right.
That being said, with that evidence and with guidelines actually supporting it recently through urologists and their professional associations, we were able to make a cranberry product that had a high concentration of the one molecule that you actually need from the cranberry,
Right.
and that has made a stark difference.
Okay, so when did you first release your cranberry product into the world?
So it actually came out, it actually launched mid 2018. So May 2018, we launched it. We actually, being based in Toronto, you can appreciate this. We launched it literally out of Sunnybrook Hospital.
Right.
And that is where we started. If you could pick one site where we started working with the doctors really closely, and since then, I would have to say we are working with almost all specialists in the urology or urogynecology space to prevent UTIs across Canada and into the US now as well. All with this cranberry, our cranberry product. We say that it's a cranberry product, but we always like to emphasize that it's a high dose of PAX
Right.
being the active molecule from the cranberry, because most products, I'd say 99% of products, when you go out there and you buy a cranberry product, they'll say it prevents UTIs, but they'll never tell you if it actually has any active molecules in there, and they don't have to. So that's kind of the differentiating fact of our brand.
Yes, exactly. So for everyone's information, you are looking for PAX. That's PAC,
That's
right?
right.
Okay.
PAX is the short form. Not even doctors can say this properly, but the proper word is proanthocyanidins.
One more time, one more time.
Proanthocyanidins.
All right.
That's the
I hope everyone got
Yep.
that. That is the active molecule
That's the active molecule. Correct.
when uh, dealing with a UTI or just being able to prevent it. You're looking for that. So rather than look for it, just go to YouTube. They have an amazing product line that they've developed out
We've
of
done that
this
looking.
so that you don't have to figure out where do I go, what brand do I check out, what do I look for again? Okay, it's already there. They already have it put together in a very simple line of products. So you started with, was it a cranberry pill or did you always have the gummy form?
No, so we started, so I'll show you. This is what our original box looks like. It literally is cranberry capsules. So
Yes.
we inside our box, yeah, you have it there. We have a little bottle inside there, and we have a 30 and a 90 capsule size, but they're actually, the nice thing that we've done is because, and just a bit of background onto the cranberry itself. Most cranberry products are about 500 milligrams in size. You can buy Jameson or different brands you can buy on the shelf. They're all about 500 milligrams. Ours is only 240 milligrams. So it's half the size of a typical cranberry capsule.
Right.
And the pill itself is actually really small.
It is really
So yeah, it's small and it's great because we have people of all different ages taking it. And so it's nice to have a small capsule, but within that small little capsule, you get 36 milligrams of the actual active molecule. Where in a big 500 milligram capsule, there's usually less than 5 milligrams of the actual active molecule. So you're getting a lot more active molecules within a small capsule. That is what we launched with. But the other thing that we have that you probably have with you as well is the test strips.
Oh,
The
and the
gummies.
test strips, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So the test strips are what
Yes.
so those are the two things we launched with, the supplement and the test strips.
Right.
And we were one of the first companies in Canada to launch a home-based UTI test strip. So you can actually test yourself with the same test strip they use in the doctor clinics or in the labs to see if you might have a UTI or if you should go see a doctor for treatment. But to answer your question about the gummies, the
Yes.
gummies just came out about a month ago.
Okay.
And yeah, they're super new. They're not even on our website yet. We're getting that up pretty quickly, but we are selling it already, and we work a lot with pediatric urologists. It's a great option to take to get the cranberry packs into your system, especially for kids. We work with a lot of kids on it, and the nice thing is that it tastes great.
Yeah.
The hardest thing with kids is getting them to take something because most medicines or even supplements don't taste really very good, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So
But I'm sure many kids are like my toddler. He will say, "Mommy, vitamin candy?" And I'm like, okay, well, whatever it takes for you to take whatever it is I want you to take, you call it what you want. But yes, having it in a easy to swallow and delicious treat
yes.
is always great for a parent if you're considering this. So, okay, I'm going to backtrack a little bit
Yep.
and talk about your home test. So you developed this test that is the same as what you would get at a doctor's office to see if you do have a UTI. And so is it as simple as just like, what do you do with the strip? Do you just like pee on it? Do you like what? How does this work?
Yeah, no, and I'll break it down for you. It's so in each of those boxes, you're going to get 3 individual pouches. Each individual pouch has its own color label on it, which lets you like match up the color of the stick after you pee on it.
Right.
But just again, to step back for a sec, when you go to a doctor's office and you have a potential UTI, one of the first things they're going to do is get you to pee in a cup. And then they're going to put this dipstick in the cup. So that dipstick is called a urinalysis. And it's pretty much picking up different things in your urine. And there's going to be these little pads on it that tell you, do you have a high amount of this or a low amount of that?
Right.
Some of the things they look at are like blood, protein, signs of infection, things like that.
Right.
Our test strip only has 2 parameters, and it's the 2 parameters that the doctors look at for UTI, which are leukocytes and nitrites. So leukocytes look at presence of white blood cells, because that means there's probably a sign of an infection, and the nitrites pick up the E. coli. E. coli makes up at least 70% of bacteria infections for UTIs.
Got it.
And so what this does is that what you would do is once you open it up, I'll show you. So it's a simple little strip. It's got a wide handle. It's good to use, so it's easy to use. You treat it like a midstream test, like a pregnancy test. So I'm sure a lot of your customers are very familiar with the pregnancy test strip.
Right.
But it's the same concept. So it's a midstream test. You would pee on it. It gives you the times to look at. You got to compare it at 1 minute and 2 minutes. And any discoloration on the pads would signify the likelihood of an infection or not. From that point, though, we still, recommend you to seek a medical professional to seek out whether or not you need further testing. For example, a culture, which would identify the type of bacteria you have, or in terms of treatment, the need to take an antibiotic or not.
Got it.
But the test strip is easy to use at home, though, for your own sake.
Yes, exactly. And it's like you said, our audience is well versed with pregnancy tests.
Correct.
So
Most likely. Should be easy to
I
use.
want to talk about the relationship of UTIs and postpartum moms. Now, this is something that is new for me also. So in the research that you've done, that you've seen, and I love the email that you sent us with, the little verbiage from the Sunnybrook doctor about the what they suspect to be UTIs in those mamas. So can we talk about how, what are the numbers of postpartum women that have UTIs?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You know what? When it comes to postpartum, pretty much anytime there's a chance of bacteria entering the urinary tract or going into the urethra increases the probability of it becoming an infection. So obviously there's a lot of bodily fluids and things going on during delivery, let alone a C-section as well, that could promote the chance or increase your chances of contracting some kind of bacteria to get a UTI. I'll be honest, I don't have a statistical number for you in terms of the percentage of it, but it is fairly significant in the sense that most of the OBGYNs that we work with, if you are going in for a C-section, some of them already opt to give them Utiva as well, preemptively, just because they know there's a higher chance of getting a UTI. So nobody wants to take an antibiotic. That's the main thing, right? And if you are exactly pre-birth, and I'm pretty sure during pregnancy, no mother wants to take an antibiotic if they have to. So we do have patients like that too that during their term, during like probably the second or third term, if they've had UTIs at the start and they're a bit more prone to them, because while you're pregnant, you can be prone to getting a UTI.
Yes.
Some of them are taking Utiva because it's a natural supplement that works to prevent it, rather than taking an antibiotic again.
Exactly.
But going back to your question about the postpartum, you know what? It's all there's always a chance of getting a UTI, and the bottom line was if you could take a daily supplement that, if anything, gives you more benefits, it's a great option to consider.
Yes, and also knowing that it is a common occurrence for postpartum moms to have their bladder seized, and so they require a catheter. There's a lot of moms that we have spoken to that have had to have a catheter inserted because the first 24 hours, 48 hours, 3 days, there was like they could not go on their own. Their bladder just fully seized up. And so because, you're putting a foreign insert into your urinary tract, there is potential for bacteria buildup because of that occurrence as well. And so this is something that has I think mothers have gone through and not realized that they may have had maybe a mild UTI and didn't realize that that's what they were going through. And it's something that is not, it's a conversation that just doesn't occur. And people need to know that it's common. It's not normal to have a UTI, but it is common, and there's ways for you to be able to treat it and also prevent it. So if you already, like, you do the strip, you're at home, and you feel like you have signs that there's something going on down there, and you're a brand new mom, you take your test, and the colors are showing up. Can I start taking your line of products to solve the issue, or do I need to potentially still get an antibiotic if I am a new mom breastfeeding, and the last thing I want to do is start taking pills?
For sure. So I'm going to give you two answers here. One is the proper clinical answer
Yes.
is if you feel you have a UTI and you test positive on the test strips, you should still talk to a doctor because the clinically proven route to get rid of a UTI is to take an antibiotic, and the doctor will know what's the best antibiotic to take given that you're pregnant. The the thing is that the evidence isn't there to treat a UTI with natural products, and the last thing we want is a UTI to go untreated and end up in being a much more complicated issue, especially when you're like close to delivery, right? You never want a complicated UTI. So first and foremost, we would always stand by the fact that if you think you have an infection, talk to your doctor.
Mm-hmm.
Now, can you take Utiva? 100%. You could start taking Utiva right away. We do have a lot of patients and doctors and nurses who recommend to their patients to double up and take 2 Utiva capsules a day. So you're getting 72 milligrams of the packs. And often that can help alleviate the symptoms as well as clear up the UTI. But we always position Utiva as a prevention. It's not a treatment.
Right.
And you should still seek medical attention. Can you take it with an antibiotic? 100%. You can still do it. It's safe to take. But if you have an infection, get it checked. I'll keep reemphasizing that.
Yes, go get checked. And I think that answers
Yeah.
the question that we just got, that would it work as an alternative to an antibiotic in general? Well, Derek's answer is go see your doctor still, no matter what. And you can take the Utiva product and pills with the antibiotic if your doctor says that you need to have it. And it's not just pregnancy and UTI, it is UTIs in general.
Yes, that's right. It's UTIs in general, and we talk about Utiva as an alternative to prophylactic antibiotics, and prophylactic meaning taking something on a daily basis for prevention. So we're taking Utiva as a daily prevention instead of a low dose antibiotic for prevention. And that's where we're seeing the strong benefit that Utiva provides in the medical community.
Amazing.
But not if you're taking an antibiotic for something else other than a UTI, it's not related to what we do.
Exactly. So, okay, I'm going to ask it to you, whether you know the answer or not. I'm just going to put it out there. So,
Yeah.
if I'm a pregnant person who has not had a UTI before, and then I've delivered my baby, and now I'm experiencing something that I've never experienced down there, and I don't know what it is. Do you know what the signs of a UTI are that you need to watch out for?
I mean, the typical symptoms and the symptoms, whether you have recently delivered or not, the typical signs of a UTI are pretty standard. Most of them being like a burning sensation when you pee, and the frequency and the urgency of need to pee. These are two very common symptoms where you really need to pee, but then it burns and nothing really comes out.
Right.
So these are typical signs that something's not working, something's wrong, there's an infection, there's probably some inflammation going on. Other symptoms include like there could be blood in the urine, it could be a foul odor as well. I would definitely say the frequency and the burning is the top two that you would want to look into.
To watch out.
And Utiva can help with that. I mean, although it's a natural supplement, we do see a lot of benefits that happen almost immediately for many patients. The long-term goal of Utiva, though, is to help those that who get frequent UTIs, to stop them from getting those frequent UTIs, as well as trigger associated, like some people get UTIs after intercourse. And so people take 1 or 2 Utivas a day around the time of intercourse, or if you're active, you're still taking it every day. So you could take that and position it for the postpartum session where, like, just to be safe, maybe I'll take my 1 Utiva a day for 1 month after pregnancy and minimize my chances of having any problems down there.
Yes, exactly. And this is something that mamas or birthing people who have had cesarean birth, because that is a major surgery, so you are in a higher chance of potentially contracting a UTI, and also mamas who have had to have a catheter insert. I mean, these are the circumstances where a UTI can present itself in you. So prevention, that is what Healing Mama Co is about. Prevent the shitstorm from happening. That is what, so that you've got the tools and the products at your fingertips so that that doesn't occur for you. And the fact that your products are a natural supplement make moms who are breastfeeding less anxious and less worried about ingesting something that may pass to their baby. I mean, everything is natural, and I'm sure there's benefits that baby will receive through your breast milk if you are a breastfeeding mom by taking the natural supplements that Utiva has put together.
You know, one thing to touch on, you mentioned catheters a few times, and I just meant to re-emphasize what you're saying, that every time you do insert something into your urethra to get into the bladder to help relieve yourself is always a chance for infection. And we do have a significant number of our patients are heavy catheter users as well. So it wouldn't only help pregnant women, but just be rest assured, if you are pregnant and you're using a catheter, Utiva is a great product that can help minimize those chances, especially during catheter use.
Amazing. So before I actually highlight the rest of your products, I want to announce that Utiva is one of our brand new brands that will be joining the Healing Mama home, and we will be announcing when it will be available in our home and when you can start purchasing it with your labor and postpartum systems, with your bundles, or just grabbing the products that you need to support you through childbirth, through parenthood, and especially during that postpartum phase. So welcome to the home, Utiva. We're excited.
Thank you, Anna.
So
we're happy to be a part of Healing Mama.
Amazing, amazing. So I wanted to ask you about the probiotic power specifically, and what this addresses, and how you thought about adding this to your UTI products.
Yeah, no, I should also mention to you that everything that we make in Utiva is actually made right here in Canada. So all of our products, so we source most of our cranberries for the control supplement from Eastern Seaboard US, as well as the Quebec region.
Right.
Everything is processed in Quebec and packaged right here in Ontario. Same goes for our probiotic. So everything is kind of grown, like probiotic strains are actually grown. And these were actually cultivated here, right in Quebec as well. One thing, so with the probiotic power, one thing we've learned is that majority of UTI sufferers, or people that do get UTIs, are also taking a probiotic because they see the value in making sure they have a strong gut flora, as well as they're taking care of their urinary tract and their gut health as best as possible. Yeah. So what we did is we came up with I'll be honest, we're not here to compete with every single other probiotic on the shelf. There's like 10,000 different versions.
There really is. We've got 3 of them in our home already.
Yeah, there's so many probiotic options out there. What we did is we curated a blend of strains that we saw from the research had the best impact in terms of urinary tract and gut health. Both men and women can take it. I take one every day as well. What it is, it's a high dose of lactobacillus as well as bifidobacterium. So these are the 2 main strains that we put within there. The studies that have shown, we looked at one particular strain that has shown significant benefit in terms of reducing antibiotic side effects and restoring your gut flora. Nice. So that one strain in particular, we thought would provide a lot of benefit for our patients, because many people who do get UTIs or are afraid of getting a UTI also have to take antibiotics at some point. Right. And we know that antibiotics kill all of our bacteria, good and bad. Yeah. So why not create one that's catered towards this audience? At least it comes from a trusted brand, a trusted source. You know, we take care of everything from start to finish under one umbrella. And that's how we came about doing this. It's a 30 billion CFU at time of manufacture. In the US we say 30 billion. In Canada it says 12 billion because we have to put the amount, the colony count at time of expiration on the box. But in the end, it's a heavy dose and a high dose of basically what you need for this type of patient.
Got it. So the intention is that you take your gummy, which is a brand new product, and you take your probiotic, and you're covered. You're covered for your gut health and keeping your vajayjay and everything down there
Yes.
nice and healthy.
Definitely, definitely. Yeah, the gummies are, like I said, the gummies are a great option. You have the capsules as well. The gummies are great for kids. Like they
I was
pass
just
our
going to
kids
ask,
test. Yeah.
in terms of kids, what is the youngest age that it is safe for a child to take a cranberry supplement?
So you know what? On that box, on the bottle for the gummies, it does say adults on there.
Yeah,
Right? That is because of the Health Canada
standards.
to get our NPN, yeah, to get our natural health product numbers, we have to follow certain guidelines. But you have Sick Kids Hospital, McMaster Hospital, like in London Kids Hospitals, like they're all recommending Utiva gummies for the kids.
For their kids.
Yeah, as long as you can chew and swallow, you're fine to take it. It's
Great.
literally what we have in the gummy is pretty much cranberry with high pack, which most cranberries don't, and we have natural vitamin C. So the nice thing is that we actually have vitamin C in here. But if you look at most vitamin C, am I still here? Okay, 98% of them are.
Okay.
Sorry.
Start at most vitamin C. That's what we like to do.
Okay, most vitamin C that we get on the market is actually synthetic, meaning it's made from chemicals. So this
Really?
vitamin C in here in particular, yeah, like all this absorbic vitamin C that you see,
Yeah.
is majority of it is made synthetically.
Got it.
This one here comes from Acerola cherries. So it's a cherry that has a 17% concentration of vitamin C. So it's 100. So everything is natural in this
Yeah,
one.
exactly.
So you get a bit of vitamin C and you get your gummies. Our kids love it. The biggest thing with kids, as we said earlier, is compliance. Compliance meaning will someone actually take it? Like you can give a kid like the best product ever, but if it doesn't taste good, they're not going to take it.
No one's having it.
So yeah, so it's a great option. And the gummies are actually catered more towards kids. It was developed for children.
Yes, but with adults on the label. So just so that you know, Mama, if you are taking it for yourself and you have older children at home that you want to give them a dose of the cranberry power and vitamin C, natural vitamin C and not chemical-based vitamin C, then the Utiva gummies are a fantastic option to give to your little ones that can chew and swallow. That's basically what we're saying. Chew and swallow, you're good to go. Your kids
Definitely.
enjoy it.
They love it.
So we've got the founders' kids is backing in that.
It's been tested by many kids that we know to make sure. When it started, we wanted to make the best product possible. And honestly, like when kids would eat it and spit it out right away, we're like, okay, well, this isn't going to work.
Exactly.
So we had to
They will be your
reformulate
best
many
critics.
times.
100%.
Totally.
They can tell you when
No
it's not
filter.
working.
No filter.
None at all. Now,
Yeah.
In terms of postpartum UTIs, I just want to mention a few things that I've been able to find, and based on the articles that you sent me, that mamas need to know. And if you have met a mama who may have something and they don't know what it is, send them over to us and we will tell them to head over to Utiva until we have them in our home, and then otherwise, then just come and grab it from us.
Mm-hmm.
We're looking to add the Utiva products in our new Mama Healthy Start bundle. I haven't told Derek this, so surprise, Derek. We're looking to add your
awesome.
Utiva products into our new Mama Healthy Start bundle, which is a bundle that we created that provides brand new mama within 24 hours to the first 4 to 6 weeks. It has your vitamins, your supplements, your probiotics to give your body and your gut and your mind and your physical organs the restoration and healing that it needs, because you're going to be going through a lot. The hormones are ridiculous in that first 4 to 6 weeks. And so these are the vitamin supplements probiotics to support you. And we're looking to add the Utiva products to this bundle. So look for that update on our Healing Mama.
Thanks so much for including it.
Soon. And then other than that, you can always look at adding any of the YouTuber products that we will have in our platform to your labor and postpartum systems and your order in general. And I wanted to also let everybody know that they're going to be giving away these, I can't even hold all three in my hands, these three amazing products. So you know what, it might be better if I just pull up the image. There you go, there it is, there it is. This is what we're gonna be giving away to one lucky mama. You will be receiving this amazing Utiva prize pack. And like you said, the gummies are not even on their site yet. And you're gonna get it before it's actually even on the site. So one lucky winner, mama, it could be a dad, it could be someone who's expecting that you want to give this to, enter to win our separate post. That post will tell you exactly how to enter all of the giveaways that we have right now. You have until Friday morning at 10 a.m. to enter. So enter as many as you can, but keep a lookout for the Utiva giveaway that will be coming up after our chat today. You'll see our post about it, and then go and enter, because this is fantastic for daily use. Now, I just want to touch on the daily use benefits of your product, because somebody who doesn't get a UTI, what are the benefits for me? Like, I'm very happy and fortunate that I don't suffer from it, and I haven't had it. So if I wanted to take something like this, what are the benefits to me for a non-sufferer of a UTI?
Yeah, so you know what? The nice thing about the product being cranberry based is that cranberries are actually well known to be a great provider of overall general health. One of the main things is, it's one of the superfoods, and one of the main things is the antioxidant. There's a ton of antioxidants in cranberries, and those antioxidants actually come from the packs. So the fact that we actually have a lot of packs in there means you're going to get a lot of antioxidants. I don't go around and we don't go around and promote like all the other benefits that it has, but in general, cranberries with high packs can help with heart health, with cardiovascular health, with gut health. There's a study going on right now looking at like teeth and gum health as well. There's a lot of things that are happening, in this area. I mean, we focus heavily in the urinary tract space, but just know that taking this on a daily basis can also provide other benefits. There are a lot of people taking Utiva right now, and we get a lot of feedback, not just on the UTI side, but also in just the overall feeling of the vagina and the urinary tract, and just how that feels in general. We've had a lot of great feedback on that.
Amazing. Derek, I am so happy that we connected. I also wanted to just share with everyone how we connected. So Derek and I were in the Moms Who Pee Their Pants Summit. And I mean, yes, that was a real summit, because there are moms who pee their pants, because, incontinence is a real thing. And Derek reached out, and I'm so happy that he did, because it is an area of a new parenthood that we would have not even explored if we weren't a part of the summit together. So I'm so happy that we were at Moms Who Pee Their Pants Summit.
Yes, that's right. It's been a lot of mom talks lately, but great that we can. We're ecstatic that we can help and we can be a part of that journey. And one of the biggest things that we have always stood by is keeping things simple, natural. Also, the fact that we can stay away from.
A fourth hand, I would be putting all of them up as well.
Simple, natural, and cutting back from medication. That's all we're trying to do, and we're fortunate that you're so willing to work with us on that as well, and we do see a lot of benefit that we can help provide your customers and the new moms as well.
I love it. Thank you so much, and keep an eye out, everyone, for when we officially launch Utiva in the Healing Mama home, which we anticipate will be there by the end of January, as per my developer. So we shall see how that goes. The world of technology.
Thanks so much, Rena.
Thank you so much, Derek. Have a great Wednesday.
Okay, you too.
Bye.
Thanks, everyone.